Can go 4 or 5 matches with the clean sheets. And Ronaldo Lina really imprinting himself between the posts then for Sekhukhune United. Fascinating that both sides have influential players, William Shongwe, that are no longer going to participate potentially for the rest of the season. Bradley Grobler with his 8 goals in the Betway Premiership, 11 in total. It's going to be missed today, one feels. It's going to be missed for the rest of the season. And AmaZulu with Olweto Mzimela taking over from Darren Johnson, who's got a similar injury, and also potentially keeping him out for the rest of the campaign, which doesn't end that long away. We're only about 6 weeks away from the end of the season on the 23rd of May in the Betway Premiership. So we talk about the end of the season, but there's still so many matches still remaining. Olweto Mzimela, 24-year-old, played at AmaZulu, went to Durban City for a spell. He's back with Usutu. And incidentally, just a piece of information for you, came off the bench against Sekhukhune United in that 1-1 draw in round 4 on the 27th of August, when Darren Johnson was injured in the 56th minute, and Ronaldo Marman came on and scored the equalising goal in the 84th minute. We're underway then at the Princess Mok possession here by AmaZulu. It looks as if they're starting very purposefully. Hanamub on the overlap, doesn't get the ball away. Little scramble out there as well for Tariq Fili's.
Suspensions, injuries.
Ramallah with a good ball opportunity that isn't really taken. Ramallah on that right-hand side, we told he's on the side of Tresor Chipwapwa.
Story of Ndlovu Bright is amazing. Played for Kruger as a striker, and
Ever required by Mkhize to drop into that position. He's done nicely. Kosikona Ratebe. Might have been a chance to tickle it down the touchline towards United. He's got a bit of work to do maybe. He stays on his line. Was there enough of a bump from Tresor Chipwapwa? Referee says high corner. Was it Letlapa? Referee Siyabulela Konta.
If you ask me, I thought that for me looked very much like a penalty, but we'll have the opportunity to view it.
Little sliding ball through the middle. That keeps us off his line. Lina gets a left boot to it, a right boot. This man can cause problems as well. His name is Matlala Bakhawa. Delivers with the left boot, but he can strike from AmaZulu, although there are players offside. Space in front of goal! Ouch.
Ouch. From one man that has been able to get into those kind of spaces and find the back of the net in so many different...
Both sides are playing very swiftly on the counter. Ramana off the post! Another chance for Makhawa. Belts it into orbit. But what a great opportunity at both ends for AmaZulu and Sekhukhune United.
Wow, this game has just opened up right from the beginning. It's transition football. It's a long pass. It's a good assist. Or first time pass from Ojela.
Space for Ramallah once again. Mojela does a little cut inside. He's got space, but Allen denies him. Nice catch from Mzimela.
What it means, because both teams are holding a very high line. Yes, it's congested in that middle, but...
Not scared to get on his bicycle quickly. And that should be an easy take for the keeper if he decides he wants to participate. United are concerned. Makhawa dink over the top, the header to the back post. Arriving not quite quick enough at the back post, but yeah, nice bit that he produced earlier on. Mashiluwani. Easy for Mzimela. Mkhize has positioned himself nicely as well for any sort of touchback. Letlapa inside the opposition penalty area, offering himself as a striker, and the ball. It was Allen, in fact, who got in the way, and the shot eventually comes in, but not able to test. Olweto Mzimela. Shilawani not afraid to pull the trigger. Does have one goal this season. Olweto Mzimela. Shilawani not afraid to pull the trigger. Does have one goal this season. Mojela back to goal. Opportunity! Oh, it's been cut out beautifully by the AmaZulu defence, and such was the control at the back from Leon Byrne that the Sekhukhune United player was actually called for a foul. Mkhize.
That's the pressure.
Once again, it's Ratebe, Makokolo, great ball! Goal for AmaZulu! matches for Tapelo Matloko. That counter-attack has been promising this result from minute 1, halfway through the first half. That very one.
Because obviously we're very key in delivering those balls into the center, and Matloko always ever present to finish. And he came in as a substitute against Polokwane City and did the same thing right towards the end for AmaZulu to collect those 3 points. Here he gets the opportunity to start, and he says, I'm going to start early, and as long as the service comes, I'll present myself with the option. We spoke about some of the strikers that they lost. Ngwenya for one, and but he's taking over the baton. Yeah, that's a ball for me. That is played forward, and it's a cutback, a little bit of a cutback, and Makoko just delivers into, beautifully delivered, pinpointed into the head. No chance for the goalkeeper at all.
Lovely delivery first up, and we spoke about Makoko and Radebe, but the positioning of Matloko was absolutely perfect. Area that sort of ball, loves the sort of space. Mojela waiting for a tink towards the back post. Makhawa blocked by Allen. The ball doesn't pop up for Olerato Mandy.
In fact, great recovery by Allen to be able to come up with that block, because Makhawa thought...
Corner for Sekhukhune United. Ball stepped away by Tariq Feelies. Brighton Glover looking interested.
Benefiting from here.
You know, it's good for me as well, is the defensive players getting forward. Then there's some keys beating Mamelodi Sundowns as well. And maybe Durban City can do 21, 22 and 23. Then there was a gap here. Oh, Radebe didn't back himself for the acceleration. Fascinating. Languid on this occasion, but still purposeful from AmaZulu. They've got players forward from Matloko, Radebe. One corner apiece. AmaZulu wait until the 35th minute before they earn their first corner kick. Paul, well, when Hanum gets it back as well from the Namibian. A bit of a dangerous ploy there, and Ramala brought down. Very dangerous position as well for goalkeeper Msimbela Zikali. That's the job he's got to do, but the timing wasn't great.
Yes. Zimela's position worries me. It's a bit too close.
Ramala was done its job. Make it 3 victories in a row, and then it's match against Siwilele. Pointing towards the back post. Makhalwa gets rid of Keegan Allen. Space in the middle! Goal! Olerato Mandy on debut start. He's played once as a substitute, and the former Pretoria Callies man will equalise for Sekhukhune United before half-time.
Great goal, but you got to give credit to Makhalwa, who was very aggressive in taking on the full-back. In fact, it was Keegan Allen that lost the race completely, and it gave Makhalwa the opportunity to just calm down and review the space in front of him before he rolled the ball across. Brilliantly done. Yes, the young man obviously very brave. Now look at this. Look at how Makhalwa picked it up here. He gets rid of the defender, Allen, and also I think Mojela was brilliant in realizing that he was moving around of the position. Just a goal.
Offside against Mojela. Good shepherding by Feelies in any event. This is where the problem came just a few minutes ago.
Yes.
Not Keegan Allen this time, who was skinned on that occasion. Makhalwa! Tried to open his body with the right foot and curl it to the top left-hand corner. Beautiful invention, not quite the finish.
He's unbelievable. You know, he can build to the line, but he can also cut inside. So for a defender...
And they're coming again. Makhalwa, Mojela's gone down in a collision with Keegan Allen. Tries to slide it through the legs of Feelies. Does. His 394th game. Keeper Lina has been the returnee to the starting lineup. Brighton Globo. Makhalwa now trying to work his magic through the middle. Leave some space for Mojela. But not the power. He's threatened.
Gee, an extended.
The extended version. No way through for Byrne. Manare is a tough man to contend with. There's an injury, I think, as well, near the halfway line for Tabang Monare. This man's had a good game. Part of that midfield. Suddenly, Ramala with a cut inside. Goes for glory from distance.
I guess the defenders were closing him down, and
he has gone more on the wide side. No, he's just cut inside. Makhalwa, space for Ramallah. It's a lovely piece of defending by the Namibian. Rian, well, where's the other run coming from? It's a dummy. X-Team to pull the trigger. Good save, Lina. Can he get the rebound? He can't. And Sekhukhune contributes for the first time on the scoreboard for AmaZulu. The Sotho are back in front.
Explosive action. From the time that they won it from the back, the speed of attack was very key. The numbers was also permitting. And yes, initial save by the goalkeeper, but only back into the oncoming Hadebe, who didn't disappoint from such a rate. Almost identical goal like Mandi scored. Now, it's this clearance first, what a back heel to find Axton. And Zimbabwe, with his back to Axton, he tries to slow him down, which is the right thing for any to...
Sabail. Talking about Hendrik X-Team. Couldn't have been too far away from being onside.
Yeah, he let himself down. He had full view of the defenders in front of him. He should have been able to hold his run better.
Premier League goal of the season. He's got 2 in cup competition as well. Hesitance in defence, but just enough. In fact, I think there was... Today, the Sibonisen winner will take home 10,000 bucks if they are not a card holder for Mr. Tinkler. Feeling side of a number of players, including Makloko over the head of Chipapwa. Makloko go on his own. He certainly seems to want to. And finally, the shot has been perpetrated by Makloko. Fascinating. Little slider through Makhalwa. Can he pick up Mojela? Well, it's Makloko who's injured. Little slider through into the area by X-Team, and X-Team's second half has been absolutely phenomenal. And X-Team's second half has been absolutely phenomenal. Ramallah needed a good save. Mojela has been bundled over by Keegan Allen, and the referee turns away. It's a really top save from Mzimela. Now back in defence. Mzimela. Now back in defence. A bit of a tidy up job. Here comes Rian Welwan-Hanamub. Delightful ball into the middle. I'm not sure that Mashiko should have had a touch, although there is an offside flag. Ramallah decides to have a little dart. He'll win a corner, nothing worse than that. Hanamub contests the decision from Janchi Dlamini, the near-side assistant referee. Yes, we've had goals. Doesn't often happen that way. To the back post, or keeper came out and committed himself. He didn't make up the ground, though, and I don't think that Ramallah kept it in play. That was anxious. Could very well go on his own, chooses not to. Opportunity that goes at the back of the net, and I looked at the reaction of Mzimela. It's almost as if the ball had gone wide. And Sekhukhune have threatened, and they've scored an equalising goal here.
Much relief, Derek Tinkler, the coach. And again, the reaction of Mzimela is of a goalkeeper. I hadn't seen the ball, didn't see it at all. Can you believe it, Ndlovu? The changes that were made.
I can't believe it.
We spoke about him being an attacker.
Cardoso moved into centre back. Rajan Clover goes and plays striker, which he's known to play as.
Unbelievable. Wow. Well, the technical director